All right, welcome back. I have a Vice story here, and today, this last sessions, I've had a pretty good one. This one's a little gross, okay? It involves urine and a few things, so I may want to take the children out of the room. Women will like this one. Keep the women in the room. This involves a woman officer, woman undercover officer. And working Vice, and one of Vice's responsibilities is to investigate illegal off-track horse betting, or any sports betting, but in our area, it was mostly horse betting. And usually have a bookie that'll walk around and take bets out of bars, and he takes bets, and basically they're just trying to be custodial, not let them be wild and flagrant. You know, now you have internet betting and all that. But in those days, because what happens is the bookmakers, they hardly ever pay off. I mean, you're going to a racetrack, you'll win 1 out of 10 races. I've gone to the racetrack, so the bookie is making money because no one ever wins. And if they win, he pays them $3 or $4, and here he made $200 a day, just tax free, all that good stuff. So we had a bar that was doing bookmaking, and it was one of the few places in the area I worked that was basically run by a Caucasian gentleman. There was remnants of the old days in the 40s and 50s where this whole area was Caucasian, and eventually as life moved on and people moved out and Latinos moved in and the whole demographics changed. It was like 90% Latino now, with a few liquor bars and bars that were owned by remaining Caucasian people. And this bar was owned by a white guy, and he was a bookie. And so we were trying to figure out a way to get in. We tried to go in there and operate. Every time we walk in separately, he knew his crowd, mostly other Caucasian gentlemen. We're Latinos. Everybody get quiet. Well, we knew he was doing book. We got a complaint. We knew he was doing bookmaking. So I thought, okay, let's do this. He thought he was a playboy. Okay, so let's get a female officer go in there and see what we can do. So we didn't have very many females at that time. This is in the 70s. We had one, and I'll make up a name. I have to think of a name there, what I can make a name for, so I don't want to, because I might use her name well, no, I don't need a name. Anyway, so I got my supervisors, we brought her in to ask her if she would mind working this. And she asked, what does she have to do? I said, well, we're going to put a wire on you. We're going to put a wire, because we didn't, with a microphone. And I want you to go in in those days, it was a people called the LA Herald. And they had the Times and the Herald. Well, the Herald had a whole double page of horse handicapping. And we used that for our props. When we go into a bar, we'd have that folded like we're placing the band. So we said, go in there, go sit at the bar, smile at this one guy, show her a picture. He thinks he's a playboy. See if you can get in the booth where they all sit. He sits he's the owner's booth, and start talking about horses. Say, you're not sure how to do this. I really wanted to do it. Just talk about horses, and then see if he'll take a bet from you. That's all we want. And if he gives you one bet, give him 2 or 3 bets. Okay, or have you on tape, and of course you'll testify. Okay, fine. So she's all nervous. You got a patrol officer. They worked Vice before. You got these 4 burly Vice cops with long hair and beards and everything, and she's all excited. I get to work Vice. Okay, so we wire her up. We told her, okay, now when you come out, before you go in, turn it on. It's underneath her bra. It's clipped to her bra. And when you go anywhere else, and you want to be heard, turn it off. Okay, so, okay, fine. Just hit the switch. Okay. Well, if you've done anything if you're out of your comfort zone, you're focusing on only one thing, and you forget the things people tell you. Okay. So she goes in. And we're in a van right outside the restaurant, inside a van. We've got those reel-to-reel tapes going, got headphones on. It's my case. We're all monitoring. The sergeant plugs in. Everybody's listening to her. We got one guy. We didn't send anybody in the bar because anybody new in the bar, he won't do anything. So she was on her own. It's a friendly bar. It's not one of these real clandestine. It's like 12 noon during the week. And this is not a dangerous place, okay? So she went in there. And, of course, she's armed. She has a gun in her purse. I mean, she's an officer also. So anyway, we told her what to do in case something happens. Blow her, shoot everybody. No, we didn't tell her that. So anyway, so she's nervous as heck. So she goes in, and we hear her talking, and then we hear giggling, and then we can hear him. Oh yeah, I own this place, and I go to the track, and then we're listening, and she gets to lay some wagers. We got him, okay. 1 wager, 2 wager. Oh, this is a cute horse. I like this color of his whatever. Oh, I like his name. I want to bet that one. Oh, you got 5? Okay, I'll give you $5. So she's betting like crazy. Okay, he thinks he's going to get in her pants. Okay, which is great. So we're going, this is great, she's got it, I'll get a search warrant, all this stuff, this is great. Okay, so then I'm all excited. In my case, I'm going to declare it. So we're in there, trying to condense this story because there's one that comes later on attached to this. So she's coming out. They had bar doors going into the bar, like the old Western doors. I hear the creak in the doors, and then I hear her walking. So I go, she's coming out. So we had guys outside in cars waiting for her to come out to cover her and see if she's being followed. So I hear another door open. I look out the back, and she's not coming out the back door. I goes, I don't know where she is. So I hear, another door closes. Everybody's quiet in that van. Psst. She's peeing, okay? She went to the bathroom. Again. When we told her that you can turn off the wire. But again, when you do something out of your comfort zone, and you would work too, if you do something that's different, you're going to forget all the peripheral information. You're going to focus on the task at hand, which in this case was getting wagers for the detectives. So we hear, psst, and then she stopped, and then psst, stop. It was a guy. He had a pretty good prostrate. But anyway, so then we hear boosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now we're in the van. All of us are laughing. Everybody's in there. We are laughing. I was probably more hurt on the outside. So she comes out. She gets in the car. She drives off. They picked her up. And we all get our stuff and we go to the station, okay? So I got the real wheel off the rim and I go, Pat, this was, Pat, I made up a name, Pat Marion or what it was. Anyway, I said, you did a great job. This is fantastic, okay? Oh my God, thank you. I said, you do it one more time because we want to get more violations, then we're going to raid the place, okay? So a couple days later, same thing. And I told her, turn the wire off. Well, again, she forgot because she's focused on helping us, okay? So duplicate. Because she's nervous, and whatever. You ever been nervous when you were a kid? You're 5 years old, you're so nervous you have to go to the bathroom? Okay, it doesn't change when you get older. 30, 60, you get excited, you have to go to the bathroom. Got her thing done, she comes out, we're listening to the same thing. I go, she's doing the same thing. Psst, and we are just busted up because we have the reel-to-reel, and of course there's a speaker there. So we're, okay, fine. So she comes out, to condense the story, we thanked her, she went off her way. I got the tapes done, I got them made into one cassette tape, her recording. It wasn't much on there, maybe 5 or 6 minutes. And then I raided the place, got a warrant, we raided the place, got him, 3 or 4 other guys. The case was solved, the place was shut down. I did my job, I'm happy, okay. Guy went to court, paid his fines. I had a box at work in my locker where I kept some stuff that I never used before. Well, that cassette tape was in there because I had it for court, and I made it a copy for me for court. I never used it because they didn't take it in court. They just she testified, and so I kept it in my box. This is in the 70s, okay. Late 80s. Okay, I look in the police blotter and I see that she's retiring, okay, because it's 20 years in the job now. She had like 5 or 6 when I used her. She got 20 on now. So I go, oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, here's the A+ officer coming out. So I knew she married a detective, same department. So I call him up because he's still working. And I go, how you doing? I'm so-and-so. He didn't know who I was, madam. I go, let me tell you what I did. So I tell him. He goes, oh my gosh. I go, yeah, it's on a cassette tape. He goes, all I could say was, oh my gosh. He says, you got to come. I said, oh, I'm going to come. I said, I need you to set it up so I can just stick it in the recorder and we can play it through the whole banquet room. He goes, oh, it'll be ready to go. He goes, that'll be the height of the night. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to do it. I said, okay, we're ready to go. Okay, so remember now, it's like 17 years later, it's 18 years later. This gal's far all about it. She's just, she had several jobs in her career that she worked. She forgot about the little, 2-day vice operations 20 years ago or 18 years ago. Okay, so we go to retirement. I'm sitting there, and she sees me, and I go, hey, how's it going? Hey, she gave me a hug and everything. How are you? I'm fine. Congratulations. She goes, oh, yeah. I said, she goes, are you here for me? I go, well, yeah, you, and I know your husband. I'm lying my ass off, okay? I didn't know her that well to go to her retirement. I usually go to retirement of people you know a while. I just met her that one time. I don't know. But now, okay. So I'm sorry this story's getting long, but believe me, you know what's coming. You got to know what's coming. Okay, so the presenters come up, and they're podium, they're giving her awards and everything, and then there are people that work for her, and then her husband is running it. So he goes, okay, I got a new guy here. I didn't know my wife worked Vice back in 1977, and here's the guy she worked with. And I come up, and then I go, how you doing? And she's sitting there, and she's looking at me like this, and she's got her head cocked, trying to figure out what is he going to say. She has no idea. And her husband's sitting right next to her. And I go, yeah, she worked with us, and we did this and that, and we got her on tape, and I want you to hear what she did undercover. Well, that's just kind of bland. Okay, what'd she do undercover? Through the tape band, you could hear, Say, okay, here she's coming out of the bar now. Okay, stand by. And you imagine how people watching this. This room's got 150 people in it. Okay, it's got 10 tables. Bar. Everybody's listening to this. It's all over the speaker system. Huge. And you hear, okay, she's coming out. And I go, she's not coming out. Then I waited. That nice comedian pause. Then you hear, psst. Oh my gosh. Everybody's looking. And she looks at me. And she looks and I go, she's peeing. Oh my gosh. Everybody just roars with laughter. And she's sitting there looking at me. She goes, I guess her husband he's holding his head. He's in tears. And then it stopped. I go, no, it finished. He goes, you know what? She's not finished. This is 2 days later. Listen to this. Again, the same thing. And of course, I got 3/4 of laughter from the first part because, people have already laughed about it, but it's hilarious. So then, so we stopped the tape. I pulled it out of the machine. And I go, come on up, and I said, I don't have no plaques for you. We always have plaques from different people, I said, this is my gift to you. This is the only copy. I got the word copy. She just grabs it. She puts it in her bra. She goes, no one gets this. And I go, everybody already heard it. No big deal. And she goes, that was really good. She goes, that was good. She started crying. She gave me a hug. Her husband's laughing. So she says, I go sit back down. Everybody's coming over. That was great. That was great. And then after it's over, she goes, the husband says, that is the funniest thing I've ever heard. I go, I know. It's pretty good. And why'd you keep it? I said, I had a bunch of junk in my box, and I just happened to see it in there. And I thought, oh, well, And then later on, I saw she was retired. I'm going, where is it? Oh, here it is. I got it. Because you normally just throw it away. It's not worth anything. Oh, she goes, that was fantastic. Oh my gosh, that was really good. So that's my Pat Peen story. Sorry I went a little long, but it was worth the end. Believe me, she really enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.